All right, y'all, so let's get started. Welcome to My Cup First podcast. I am your beautiful host, Kai Smith, and I'm excited to have you on episode number 5. All right, tonight we're going to be talking about self discipline. On the last episode, we talked about self love, and we discovered that self love is a result of self discipline. And so tonight we're going to be talking about self discipline because discipline is super important if you're going to be successful in any area of your life. If you're going to be successful in your health, you need discipline. If you're going to be successful in relationships, you need discipline. If you're going to be successful in handling your finances, money, career, you're gonna need discipline. Okay, if you're gonna be successful in your health, living long as you can and being healthy, we are gonna need discipline in all of those areas. Lord, help us when it comes down to the good food. Okay, for the good food. I'm in Louisiana, so baby, we eat good down here. So Lord, help us. I'm pretty sure you eat good where you from too. Help us, Lord Jesus, with the food. God, help us on tonight. Help us. Yes, guys. So, but discipline is going to be so important in our life, especially if you want to go to the next level in life. Okay, I'm pretty sure if you're watching this podcast on tonight, you are here because you are someone who wants to elevate your life, who wants to go to the next level in life. Now, if you're watching on tonight and you say, "Well, I'm just the way, just the way I am, just how I am," this podcast is not for you. If you somebody who say, "Girl, I ain't got time for all of that. This good enough for me. This just enough. Uh, uh, I don't need all of that," then this podcast is not for you. This podcast tonight is for the chosen ones, okay? The chosen ones who want to take their life to the next level. I believe that as we live our lives, that we have different versions of our lives. There are things that we used to do that we don't do no more, and that come with a level of maturity. It comes with a level of growth as well. So, like I said, if you want to see any level of growth in your life, any level of ascension, elevation, if you want to glow up, guess what? This is the podcast for you. Here at My Cup First podcast, we have transformational conversations that help us to live our best life and get our life together, okay? We practice self-development and self-improvement, okay? So I'm excited. Hey, everyone who just joined in. Hey, y'all. I got my girl Juicy in the building. What's up, Juicy? All right, so let's get into it, guys. Self-discipline. All right, so tonight we're going to be talking about making destiny decisions. Anytime you decide to be disciplined, you are actually making a destiny decision. Even if you don't decide to be disciplined, guess what? You are making a destiny decision. What do I mean by that? Every decision that we make in our life, guess what? It creates our destiny. A lot of people don't know this, but God give us purpose. We choose our own destiny by the choices that we make, okay? God give us our purpose. Everyone is born with a purpose. But when we make decisions, we choose our own destiny. The destiny is yours to choose. God gave everyone free will. And so every decision that we make, we are making a decision to go either left or right when it comes down to our destiny. If you want to manifest anything in your life, your decisions, as a matter of fact, we manifest every single day of our life. We are manifesting, whether you believe in manifestation or not. Every single day you are manifesting by the decisions that you make, okay? If you choose to eat healthy and you have a good workout routine, guess what? You are manifesting a more healthier and longer life. If you choose gluttony and you choose to overindulge in food, you choose not to go to the gym, not to work out, guess what? You are manifesting as well. You might be manifesting sugar diabetes. You might be manifesting high blood pressure, things of that nature, and maybe a cut short life. You're taking a chance on your life. You're manifesting. If you are someone who know how to manage money well, you know how to save, invest, then you are manifesting wealth. If you are somebody who you're reckless with money, you don't know how to save, you don't want to learn how to save, you don't want to learn how to make more money, then you are manifesting poverty. So what I'm saying is every decision that we make in our life, we are manifesting something, okay? Whether it's good or bad. I believe that everyone here tonight want to elevate their life and want to manifest the best things in their life because that's what God wants for us, okay? The Bible says that above all else, God wished that we would prosper, okay? That we would prosper, okay? So tonight we're going to be talking about choosing discipline over overindulging. Choosing discipline over overindulging, okay? Now listen, let's talk about some of the things that people struggle with. People is me too, guys. It's me, okay? I'm people, okay? I am people, so I'm not speaking from a judgmental space. Look, I need the help as well, okay? Let's talk about the places that people struggle with, all right? When it comes down to self-control and discipline, we struggle with procrastination. Ouch, that's me. Oh, ouch. Procrastination. We struggle with food and gluttony. Ouch. we suffer in relationships. We suffer from self-control and discipline in relationships, in friendships. We suffer from self-control and discipline with our health. We suffer from self-control and discipline in so many different areas of our life. We suffer in self-control. But tonight, I want to bring awareness to the things that we suffer with, and then collectively, we can help each other, girl and guys, to get our life together, okay? Because one thing about it, I just believe that we shouldn't go in cycles, okay? Once you are aware of something, I believe that you should try to find the tools to help you to get over that thing so you can move on to the next phase of your life. You never want to keep going in cycles. That's insanity. That means you keep doing the same thing that you know for a fact is detrimental to your life and it's not helping you in your life. So we do not want to go in cycles. So let's talk about discipline on tonight and mastering self-control so that we can elevate in our life and live a happy and motivated life and motivate someone else, okay? Everybody on board with that tonight? So let's give an example of what does discipline look like. We talked about the things that don't look like. Let's talk about what discipline look like. Discipline look like showing up when you say you're gonna show up, right? That's discipline. Discipline look like going for a walk or going to the gym to be healthy. Discipline looks like, okay, I'm not gonna spend no extra money on fast food today because I'm trying to save and get to a certain point in my finances. Okay, so I'm not gonna, no fast food. I'm gonna make groceries, I'm gonna meal prep, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to save my money. That's discipline, okay? In relationships, discipline look like you being integral in the things that you are gonna do, okay? In relationships. What does overindulging in pleasure look like? We just talked about some of those things. So when we overindulge in pleasure, we overindulge in things that we know that aren't good for us, okay? I just talked about that. We keep doing the same things that we know aren't good for us. Like number one, procrastination. Or baby, you might have an ex. You might have an ex and you bored, you lonely, and you want to text that ex. Now you know good well that ex ain't no good for you, but you want to text that ex. Sis, don't do it. Don't do it, sis. If you're a guy watching, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. You're not lonely, you're bored, okay? And that's something that people gotta take account of. Are you lonely or are you bored, okay? Either way, that's two bad categories because you should not be lonely because of self-love, all right? And you should not compromise. You should not compromise anything that's gonna be detrimental to you just for a quick fix, a quick feeling. Somebody put woo in the comments, okay? Woo in the comments, all right? So again, overindulging in pleasure is something that could really, really hurt us, all right? Overindulging in pleasure. So there's something called dopamine, right? So dopamine is like when you feel good, something make you feel good, it gives you pleasure. We get dopamine from so many things, and dopamine is not a bad thing. But some people get addicted to things like my son. My son, he loves to get on the laptop to be on Roblox, right? Every day, he like a fiend. Mom, can I get on the laptop? Can I get on the laptop? Can I get on the laptop? So I have to give him certain times on a weekend to be on the laptop, because if not, he's like a junkie. He want to be on the laptop, because he want to be on Roblox. So I had to make sure that I don't keep letting him hit them dopamine levels, because he's not going to have no discipline, and that's not going to work out for him well in his life if he just want to be online all the time. And that brings me to another point. Whenever we have discipline as adults, the people around us, that give them discipline, like our children. So whenever you have discipline, it helps your children as well. All right. Another thing with overindulging in pleasure could be food. Eating foods that you should not be eating, that's not good for you. All right. That's overindulging. If you're going to be successful in your career, finances, relationships, what you got to do, put it in the comments. Look, somebody put, woo. If you're going to be successful in your career, finances, relationships, friendships, or health, what do you have to have? You have to have self-what? Put it in the comments, guys. Self-discipline. I'm reiterating that. Self-discipline is super important. All right? And so we're going to be talking about how to have a good self-discipline routine. All right? We're going to get into that a little bit later. When we're not disciplined, we experience something called decision fatigue. All right? Whenever you're not disciplined, people that's not disciplined, and I've been there, we experience something called decision fatigue. That means that you are very indecisive, right? You're indecisive. You don't know, should I go? Should I not go? Should I do it? Should I not go? Should I not do it? So that means that you have a gray area in your life, a gray area. The reason why you have a gray area in your decision making is because you have not committed. You have not committed to discipline. All right. Let's break that down and give more examples of that. All right. So maybe let's see what kind of example we could give tonight. Maybe you want to go to bed at 9 o'clock, right? Maybe you want to go to bed at 9 o'clock because you want to make sure that you get the right amount of sleep. Okay? But you decide to watch a movie. You don't know, well, should I really watch this movie? It's 3 hours, so it's gonna go past my bedtime. Should I watch it or should I not watch it? You got decision fatigue because you're not really committed to the discipline. If you committed to your discipline, which is your standard, then you would say, I can't watch Netflix tonight because I got to go to bed at a certain time. All right? Let's say you have friends that's messy. You might have some messy friends, right? But you feel like, you might know, man, they're messy, right? But you engage with them anyway. You got decision fatigue. You don't know if you should engage with them or if not. And then you compromise and you engage with them, but you really don't like mess. That's decision fatigue. That's because you are not disciplined, okay? So discipline is important because, number one, it creates a standard for our life. Number two, it sets boundaries. Number three, it helps us with self-value. So if I value relationships, guess what? A non-negotiable will be, I can't be with them kind of friends because I don't do gossip. So if I have a friend or I have a friend group and they always gossiping, automatically I put them in a certain category and I got to cut them off because guess what? They're not good for me. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be a part of that conversation. At some point, I'm going to be the tea on the table, okay? And that actually happened to me in my real life. In another season of my life, I was friends with a group of young ladies, and they was always talking about gossip and tea. And I mean, for me, it just wasn't, it wasn't all of that, but I did not set a standard, right? I did not set a standard. I had an opinion about it internally. I had an internal opinion about it, but I didn't set a standard about it. Well, guess what? One day I became tea, right? I became tea because I did not set a standard and I had to cut them off. Now, moving forward, if I hear you talking about another woman, guess what? Me and you, we can't be friends. I put you in a certain category. You're going to be over here and I'm going to be over there because that do not align with my life. It do not align with my beliefs, okay? And it do not align with my discipline. So discipline, whenever you become disciplined, guess what? You're going to have to start eliminating things, environments, and people, okay? If you're going to commit to discipline, you got to eliminate things, environments, and people, all right? When I say things, what do I mean? That means habits within ourselves, right? Habits within ourselves, tendencies within ourselves, all right? You got to eliminate those things. And so for the people that want to be, that want to practice discipline and elevate their life, you got to, this is what you got to do. Number one, you got to commit to yourself. First, ask yourself this question. Am I just average? Am I common or am I rare? Y'all answer that in the comments for me. Are you common or are you rare? Me, I'm rare. I feel like I know for a fact I'm rare. I'm not common. I'm a rare person. I'm not normal, okay? I'm not regular. Because I don't serve a regular God. I serve an irregular God, okay? So put it in the comments. Are you rare or are you common? Baby, if you rare, you don't hang around with common folk. If you rare, you don't do what the common people do. Okay? If you rare, okay, you do certain things that rare people do. All right? Period. They say they're rare. I know that's right. But listen to me, guys. Self-discipline and being rare and committed to yourself is not for the weak. Okay? It's not for the weak. And this is super important to me because I always say it almost in every podcast how the world is. Right now, we living in a pivotal moment in life. Right now, we could be like everybody else. And when you scroll on social media, you can see everybody is like everybody else. I choose to be rare and not follow the crowd, okay? You could be distracted by so many things, but it's up to you to commit, you know what I'm saying, to yourself, to your standards, and to your discipline so you can elevate your life. I am an eagle. I don't hang in the chicken coop. Come on, Kyra, let's say that. Let's go. I know that's right. I wanna read something to you guys. So this is a commitment that I made. Now, I didn't write this, but I heard this, and I put this in my notes. I want to share it with you guys. This is what it says. It says, I refuse to play at a level I wasn't called to play at. I am clear that I was chosen to do something big. I can't have average things around me. I can't live average. I can't think average. I can't perform average. And I can't have average relationships. My cup first. I put that on the end. Yes, when you're rare, you gotta refuse, baby. I refuse to play at a level I wasn't called to play at. I am clear that I was chosen to do something big. I can't have average things around me. I can't live average. I can't think average. I can't perform average. And I can't have average relationships. I just won't do it. I refuse to settle. All right? And so, guys, that's why I say it's not for the weak, because whenever you decide to be disciplined, whenever you decide that you decide and you discover that you are rare, then guess what? You got to eliminate things around you, people, and you got to eliminate the things about yourself, habits and tendencies that hold us back in life. Okay? Y'all like that? That was good, huh? That was really good. And so what you got to do is you got to commit to yourself to not shrink back. Do not shrink back, okay? Maybe you left a relationship. Maybe you left a relationship that wasn't serving your highest good. Maybe you left a friend group that wasn't serving your highest good. Maybe you lost weight and you're doing so good in your health, and you might be tempted to, you know what I'm saying, go back to your old ways, you know. Listen to me. Refuse to shrink back to places that you have outgrown, all right? You got to make a commitment. So I refuse to shrink back to places that I've outgrown. It fell off for a reason. Somebody say it fell off for a reason. That's people, places, things, habits of myself, old mindsets from myself. It fell off for a reason. So you got to refuse to go back. Do not go back. All right? Don't go back. So let's talk about a discipline routine. Number one, in order to be disciplined, you gotta commit. You gotta make a decision to be disciplined. All right? Number one, you gotta make a decision, a destiny decision to be disciplined. It fell off for a reason. Yes. Make a destiny decision to be disciplined. All right? Once you make the decision, then you can set up your routine. All right? So I want to ask you a question. If you, when you think about your higher self, your disciplined self, what do you eat? What would you love to drive? Where will you live? What kind of people would you hang around? What do your friend circle look like? Because you're disciplined. How do you spend your money? Because you're disciplined. That's all things that you should be thinking about. All right? So the routine, number one, commit, make a decision to be disciplined. That's number one. Number two, we got to surrender. Surrender. So we got to surrender to our old ways. At the end of the day, guys, this comes down to us. It's not about nobody else. Nobody else can help you to be disciplined. Nobody else can help you to choose the best for your life. Nobody else cannot help you master self-control in your life. It's only up to you. I've been an entrepreneur since 2013. I would say 2014. So I've been an entrepreneur for about 11 years now. That's right. Yeah, about 11 years now I've been an entrepreneur. I haven't worked a job since 2014, right? I have created my own stream of income for 10 plus years since 2014. Right now we're in 2025. It takes discipline to do that. It takes discipline to do that. It takes a certain level of mindset to say, I'm gonna create my own economy. I'm gonna create my own income. Being an entrepreneur, nobody ain't gotta wake me up and say, hey, Kai is going to work. I make my own schedule. Guess what? I create money-making systems for myself. That take a level of discipline to do that, all right? Now listen, we're gonna be disciplined in some areas of our lives, in some areas we might not be so disciplined. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to think about the areas of your life that you may need more discipline. Is it in your relationships? Is it in your health? Is it in your finances? Is it in your career? Where do you need more discipline at in your life? And I want you to write that down and think about it, because you may be disciplined in some areas and not disciplined in other areas. And guys, that's a part of life. Wherever you're not disciplined at, because I'm not disciplined in some areas as well. Wherever you're not disciplined at, don't feel bad about it. We just trying to make ourselves aware, and so that we can work on those particular things. I always say we're not going to be winning in every area of our life, okay? Every area we're not going to be winning in. But once we become aware of an area that we can work in, then it's up to us to, you know what I'm saying, begin to work on those particular areas. Fold them clothes as soon as they dry. Kyra said she could be disciplined in folding them clothes as soon as they dry. Somebody else put in the chat, what do you think you could be disciplined at? Finances and career, but I'm ready to change. Awesome. Now, Coach says she could be disciplined in her finances and career, but she's ready to change. I could also be disciplined in my finances as well. And sometimes you fall off. Sometimes we fall off because I was disciplined at one point in my finances, but I had a tough season. And so I had a tough season the last 2 years. Not really financially, but more personally, I had a tough season. But to be honest, it kind of did affect my finances, because if you're not right mentally, if you're going through a tough time, then what happens is it starts to pour over in other areas of your life, and that's what happened to me. But this is what I want to say. I want to say, even if you fall off, don't just settle and fall off. Life is about if you could get back up. So let's just say, you say, okay, I'm not gonna eat fast food, and then you be in a tough spot and you eat fast food. Don't continue to go back and eat fast food and make it a bad habit again. No, get back on the horse and be like, okay, I ain't doing it no more. Okay, keep reminding yourself, I'm not gonna eat fast food no more. All right, let's let's say you suffer in relationships, right? You suffer in relationships. Maybe you are entertaining somebody that you know for a fact is not good for you. You know what I'm saying? You entertaining somebody that you know for a fact it ain't good for you, it ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna serve your highest good. Listen, you got to draw a line in the sand and say, you know what? I'm not gonna overindulge in that. I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna honor myself. I'm gonna honor my body. I'm gonna honor my morals, okay? And cut that off, okay? Try to cut that off. Don't try. Cut it off, okay? Don't entertain nothing that don't have a future in it, guys. So it all boils down to this right here: instant gratification or delayed gratification. All right? This is what every decision you're gonna make gonna boil down to: instant gratification or delayed gratification. When it comes down to spending money, eating food, eating fast food. Like me, I love Starbucks, right? I love Starbucks. Every time I get a certain order, every time I go to Starbucks, it's $9.50. Baby, I can't keep spending $9.50 at no Starbucks, because at the end of the week, how much money it is? That's a lot of money, baby. That's about $70 a week. Time a month. Girl, what? No, ma'am, we can't do that. We can't do that. So like this morning I was coming here to the studio to come pack some orders, right? And so what happened was, before that, let me say this. So what I did was I went to Walmart. I went and bought the Starbucks coffee, the cold brew coffee. I bought me all the stuff to make it. And I'm doing sugar-free right now. I'm doing sugar-free stuff. So Starbucks not good for me either way for price, and it's not good for my health, right? Because I'm doing sugar-free. So I went to Walmart. I went and got the cold brew coffee. I went and got the Premier caramel shake, all right, so that I could make my own Starbucks at home. This morning, I didn't have time to make it, and I was coming to the studio, and guess what I passed? A sign that said Starbucks. So in my mind, I'm battling. Dang, I should go to Starbucks so I can have some coffee while I'm packing my orders. The other part of my mind said, girl, you know you can't go to Starbucks because we say we're not spending no more Starbucks money, and you bought the stuff to make Starbucks at home. So my other part of my mind said, I'm going anyway. The other part of my mind said, no, you're not. You're not going, because we committed to our journey. So I got closer and closer. And y'all clap it up for me. I did not go. I didn't go to Starbucks. I didn't go to Starbucks. But this is what I'm saying: instant gratification or delayed gratification. This is what I say. If I get Starbucks, it's going to satisfy me now, but I'm going to pay for it later. I'm going to pay for it because, number one, I'm spending unnecessary money, and number two, I'm putting sugar in my body when I'm on a sugar detox right now that I should not have. So I decided for delayed gratification. I came to the studio, I did my work, and then I went home and I made my sugar-free Starbucks at home. Y'all, come on, clap it up for your girl. Clap it up for your girl. So instant gratification or delayed gratification. When it comes down to your health, man, I don't feel like going to the park today, man. I don't feel like going to the gym today. Now listen, is that thought going to serve you now, or it's going to hurt you later? When it comes down to instant gratification, most of the time, it's going to feel good up front, but it's going to hurt you on the back end, all right? It's going to feel good up front, but it's going to hurt you on the back end. That's how instant gratification feel, okay? Even when it comes down to relationships. Remember we talked about the relationship that we should not be entertaining, texting the ex that you should not be texting, or just any kind of sort of that kind of thing. It's going to feel good on the front, but you know them people ain't good for you anyway, so why are you entertaining it? On the back of it's going to come back and you're not going to feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? If you got friends that you entertain, that you know that you done outgrow on that friend circle, but you entertain them, and you know they fake friends, and you better than that. You entertain it, you overindulge in things that do not serve your highest good. It's going to feel good on the front end, but on the back end, it's going to hurt you. So my point is, guys, your future self going to love you. Your future self going to love you if you go with delayed gratification. All right? So we got to make decisions now that's going to really, really catapult us into our future. That's what this all boils down to. Making a decision right now It might not feel good right now. I might not feel it. I might not feel like doing it right now. But I'm going to make the best decision right now because my future self is going to thank me. Okay? My future self is going to thank me. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Girl, not my iPad, girl. It's still alive. It's still alive. Girl, All right, the iPad is still alive, guys. It's still alive. So, in order to do what we're talking about tonight, you have to become another version of yourself, okay? So let's take, for instance, myself. I don't know if you guys noticed. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I lost some weight. I'm getting fine about a minute, girl. I'm getting real fine. I done got real sexy, girl. More sexy than I ever been, girl. I look good. I don't know if anybody noticed, but yeah. But the person I was when I wasn't, in this particular stage of my life was different. I had a different mindset. I had a different routine. I did not meal prep. You know what I'm saying? So I had to become a different person in order to achieve this body, in order to achieve these health goals. Now when I go to the doctor, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to go to the doctor so she can read my chart and be like, Kai, you're doing beautiful. Okay? And so becoming another version of yourself is important. How you gonna do that? With discipline. With discipline. Discipline is self-love. Okay? Discipline is self-love. If you love yourself, you're gonna make the hard decisions today that gonna serve your future self tomorrow. All right? So I want to know in the comments, how many people are committed to themselves? How many people are committed to being disciplined in the areas that you need to be disciplined in? I know I am. I'm committed to myself, and I'm committed to my journey. I'm committed to my journey of where I'm trying to be. How many people are committed? Put it in the comments. If you are committed to your journey and committed to self-discipline. Another thing I do want to add, on how to be self-disciplined. Number one, you could do it with community. So you might have an accountability partner. Now, Coach should say, I want to be. You might have an accountability partner, somebody that you could share your journey with, or maybe you guys are going on the same journey. So accountability partner could be good. Number two, always being around someone who is smarter than you, or let's just say a mentor. So think about the person that you look up to. Think about the person that's like a mentor to you. And when you think about that person, what do their life look like? What do their routine look like? Right? What kind of decisions do they make? That's what you want to follow. So you want to be around people that's operating higher than you, are on the same frequency as you. That's number one. So that means if you're trying to save in your finances, but you got friends who want to go eat out every weekend, guess what? That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Okay. If you're trying to be celibate, maybe you're trying to be celibate. You're not trying to be intimate with nobody. Okay. But you got somebody. You could be a male or a female. You got somebody. You know what I'm saying? Who about their life, you know what I'm saying? They about their life. That ain't gonna work because there's temptation all the time, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta leave those environments. Committed. Absolutely gotta work on the finances though. Yes, commitment to my journey of better financial increase and career changes, yes. So guys, number one, make sure you make a decision tonight. Let's make a decision tonight. So instead of saying I wanna be, instead of saying I gotta work, say I'm gonna do it. So number one, that was our routine. Number one, decide tonight that I'm gonna do it. First, you gotta make a decision in your heart and in your mind. I'm gonna do it. All right? Don't leave it in a gray area and say, I wanna, I might. No, make a decision tonight, I'm gonna do it. After you do that, you're gonna put a system in place to achieve what you're trying to achieve. After you make a decision, put a system in place to achieve what you're trying to achieve. I'll give an example. So for me, I want to lose 20 pounds, right? I want to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to do it. There we go. The comment's looking way better now. That's right. I'm going to be committed. That's right. There we go. You're looking better. Like for me, I got 20 more pounds to lose before I reach Wonderland. What is Wonderland? I'm going to be in 100-something pounds, right? So I got 20 more pounds to lose before I reach Wonderland. And so I'm committed to walking 4 times a week. And this year I'm implementing weight training, right? I'm implementing weight training this year right here, twice a week. So I got a system in place. I got where I'm going, what I want, where I want to go, and I got the directions on how to get there. All right. So you got to have a plan and a strategy on how to do it. All right. And you got to surrender. Number 2, you got to surrender your old ways. Surrender your old ways. Number 3, whenever those old thoughts come up, because it's going to come up to test us, ask yourself, is this going to help me now? Instant gratification or delayed gratification? It's going to feel good now, but is it going to hurt me later? All right? In every area of your life or wherever you're struggling with self-discipline, that's what I want you to do. Decide, before you make that decision, be conscious about it. This is going to make me feel good right now, but is it going to really help me to get to my goal? Yes or no? What would Jesus do, baby? What would Jesus do? What would Kai do? But anyway, guys, keep your goals in mind, all right? So that's what I had tonight about self-discipline, okay? Again, self-discipline is a part of self-love. Think about it. One more thing before we open up for questions and answers. And you guys can ask me about anything. It don't have to be just about self-discipline, because I would love to chat with you guys on tonight, and I would love to hear, what's going on in your life, or even come up with other topics to talk about that you might be interested in, since you are definitely my audience, okay? So get your questions ready for the chat, all right? Get your questions ready for the chat. So self-discipline, like I was saying, is a part of self-love. And think about it this way. Instead of it being a task, like, oh my God, I gotta go to the gym. Oh my God, I can't go to McDonald's. Oh my God. Think about it as a part of self-love. I love myself so much that I'm not gonna spend this money right now. I'm gonna wait until later, and my future self is gonna, I'm gonna appreciate it more. So think about it as a self-love journey and not a task, okay? So if we change our perspective of how we think about things, it'll help us to see life in a different way and help us to make the better choice. It'll help making a better choice to be easier, is what I'm trying to say. All right? So think about it in that way. I love myself so much that I'm going to go walking 4 times a week. I love myself so much that I'm not going to spend unnecessary money because I'm trying to build wealth. I love myself so much that I'm not going to entertain anyone that does not serve my highest good. I love myself so much that I am not going to be around fake friends. I love myself so much that I'm going to fold them clothes as soon as they come out the dryer, okay? I love myself so much that I'm not going to get up in the morning and get on social media first thing first. I'm not going to do that and waste a whole bunch of time. I love myself so much that I'm going to go to sleep with a goal so I can wake up with a purpose. Ooh, I like that one. I love myself so much that I'm going to go to sleep with a goal so I can wake up with a purpose. What do I mean by that? Tonight, everybody should be writing down what they got to do tomorrow. Write it down tonight. Plan your day ahead, all right? Plan your day ahead. What you got to do tomorrow. I love myself so much that I'm going to wash my car. I love myself so much that I'm gonna make my bed. I love myself so much that I'm a meal prep, so that way I don't be tempted to spend unnecessary money, and I'm gonna be eating healthy at the same time. Okay, I love myself so much. Put it in the comments, guys. Y'all put y'all affirmations in the comments. I love myself so much that I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And that's also a journal prompt that you could use. I love myself so much that I'm gonna go to bed at 9 p.m. every night so I can get at least 6 to 7 hours of sleep. Okay? I love myself so much that I'm gonna take at least 30 minutes a day to meditate and pray. Put y'all in the comments. And this is important, guys, because what we don't realize is that everybody think that we have so much time, right? We got so much time. And honestly, time go by so fast. How many of us have said, I'm gonna do this, and then wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow turn into a week, then it turn into a whole month. Before you know it, 6 months then pass by, and you have not done the things that you were supposed to do. That lets you know that, baby, time do not play. Time is always passing by, okay? So we don't have no time to waste, is what I'm trying to say. Whatever life you want to live, it's up to you to create that life that you want to live. But it's up to you to make the destiny decisions, okay, to put you in position to win, all right? So this is how to be more disciplined, how to master self-control so that you can elevate your life, all right? Now I'm going to open it up tonight for questions and answers. Y'all let me know what y'all think about tonight's episode. And somebody asked me a question so we could get into some questions on tonight. So ask me a question in the chat, guys. While y'all putting y'all questions in the chat, I am starting a group. Okay, it's gonna be a free group. My Cup First group. We're gonna be having that coming, so that way we could all be a community. We could. So I'm creating a community basically. I'm creating a community so we could be in there, chat there, talk about our glow ups, talk about the things that we may struggle with so that we can help out one another. I believe that community is so, so important. Kendra said, I love myself so much that I will start my financial plan and upgrade my career. Peggy said, thanks, Kai. I enjoyed the podcast. You're welcome, and thank you so much for being here on tonight. Kyra said, me always procrastinating, but I love myself so much, I'm going to do better. I love that. I would like to hear more about your spiritual journey. What got you to where you are? And what does your spiritual discipline look like? Oh, that's really great. What got you to where you are? So my spiritual journey, I shared this in my first podcast, my spiritual journey. I come from a spiritual family. So I got introduced to God at an early age. In my first podcast, I believe it was my first podcast or maybe my second episode too, I said how I had an older cousin who gave me this book called Prayer That Availeth Much. And it helped me with my prayer life. And like I said, I was always introduced to God. I mean, I was born into, like going to church and stuff like that, but that's going to church. That's not really in my opinion. So that sparked my spiritual journey, right? But as you grow, you begin to get your own relationship with God. And so what does my spiritual discipline look like? That's a really, really good question. My spiritual discipline looks like meditation. So making sure I hear from God. So when I wake up in the morning, I sit up in my bed and I have like a notebook right outside my bed. And so when I first wake up in the morning, because when we wake up in the morning, our brain is like at its highest peak. So maybe I might have had a dream or something like that. I will write down my thoughts, how I feel. And I just listen. And I'm gonna be honest, most time in the shower, I just listen. So that's meditation. So meditation is a part of my spiritual discipline. Prayer is a part of my spiritual discipline as well. And my walks in the park, I can say that's like both. I pray and I meditate there. My spiritual discipline. Also, there's just some things that are non-negotiables, right? Some things are non-negotiables, like environments, people that help me with my spiritual discipline. And so my spiritual journey is ongoing. Like right now, I'm at a beautiful place in my spiritual journey. Right now, I am at a big peak, in my opinion, in my spiritual journey. My relationship with God has gotten so stronger, especially because of the season I just came out of. God really walked me through that journey. And so my spiritual journey has been, it's been an amazing one. I'm gonna have to do a special episode about my spiritual journey and discipline. Did you work a job while building your hair and makeup career? How did you manage that? I have always had a job. I always had a job, but I think I talked about this in one of my episodes too. I always had the gift of doing hair. And so I always did hair no matter what. Whenever I was off, I did hair. And then when I started doing makeup, I was doing hair and makeup on the side, and I had a job. But when I started doing makeup, everything catapulted. So I started doing makeup in 2013, right? Well, I started looking at it in 2012. 2013, I started doing it, right? And then 2014, February of 2014, I lost my job and boom, ran straight into entrepreneurship. So that's how that journey went. But like I just was doing it on the side. Like if I was off on a weekend, somebody would ask me to do their hair, I would do their hair. So it was always like a side hustle. So that's how I was able to manage it. Didn't even feel like a side hustle. It just was something that I've always done. When we went to school, I always did everybody's hair for the dances. It's just something that's always been a part of my life. So that's how I did that. Once I started making makeup money was faster. And so eventually I stopped doing hair because makeup money was faster, right? So I stopped doing hair and I went strictly makeup. So I niched down and went into strictly makeup. It was faster and it was easier. Like I used to do braids that would take hours for one person, but I could do I could get about 6-7 people in and out of my makeup chair and make way more money than I did making braids, taking a whole lot of time doing braids. I hope that makes sense. So that's how I managed that with my career. Are there any entrepreneurs in the chat? If you are an entrepreneur in the chat, let me know what you do. Let me know what you do. If you want to be an entrepreneur, let me know in the chat. I would love to know what you guys do. I'm also going to do a podcast on finances, guys. If you do not know, I have a company called Kingdom Wealth Concepts, right? I have a company called Kingdom Wealth Concepts that I started probably about 6 years ago. And so if you guys do not know, I teach business credit, I teach credit, I teach finances, all of the things. Like y'all could go vet me and you can see me doing business credit classes, all of those things, and finances. So I'm definitely going to be doing some episodes about finances for all of those who want to have financial discipline and learn about finances. Yes, but I also work full time. Yeah, so I'm gonna be breaking that down. I'm gonna be doing that this month. It's important because I'm actually rebuilding for myself as well, and so that's gonna be really good. So for all of those that are interested in financial literacy, how to manage your money, how to invest your money, credit, all of those things, yes, sign me up. I'm a business consultant, a notary, and independent field inspector. That's what's up. How long have you been in business, Nicosia? How long have you been in business? Yeah, guys, so I'm going to be breaking down finances. I mean, from the beginning all the way, we're going to go all the way through, okay? And I like to do it in the most simplest form, all right? So everybody that says sign me up, no worries. We're going to talk about it. Because like I say, for My Cup First, baby, we're going to get our life together in every aspect of it. Since 2021. Shout out to you. I love that. All right, guys, if you don't have any more questions, that'll be it for this podcast on tonight on self-discipline. I hope you guys loved it. I hope you guys did take something away from it. Share it, listen to it again, and make sure that you implement the things that we said that we were going to implement. I'll definitely be implementing the things that I'm working on so that we could become a better human being, okay? And when we become better, the people around us become better. And so that's what this is all about. All right. So I love you guys, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, y'all. I'm waiting to see bye in the chat. Bye. Thank y'all.